Hi, this is Nicola from Archangel RC, and today I will show you the latest range test I did on the Hubsan H301S. But before that, let me show you how to launch it because some people seem to be struggling with it. We're gonna pause right here. So, set up the plane properly, do the level calibration, throttle up, angle it at a 45-degree angle upwards, and throw it as strong as you possibly can in that situation. It should take off pretty nicely. Then it will dip down, level off, and start gaining altitude without you touching the controls. I wasn't touching the controls here. So, back to the range test. I did two flights when I actually tried to test the range. This is the first one where the plane actually reached 3 kilometers, and I was so surprised by this result that I actually turned the plane around myself because I really needed some time to process that information. So didn't want to push it any further. None of the other guys around me had turned their radios on, so there was no interference whatsoever. 3 kilometers, perfect video, perfect radio telemetry working. So I turned around, brought the plane home, landed. Actually, didn't land immediately. I did have some fun with it, and I do urge people to try and do that, especially new pilots. Just try to watch at the video and fly lower to the ground. Yeah, I was just doing flybys between me and my friend. It's not as difficult as it seems, and it's much easier when there is no wind, which was the case during that day. The weather was absolutely perfect. It did not move. So, had some fun with it. Um, really managed not to hit anyone, but even if I did, the plane is what, 200 grams, wouldn't hurt anyone anyway. So on to the second flight. Now pay attention to the throw again, and keep in mind that I am not touching the controls after I throw the plane. Dips down a little, levels off, and starts gaining altitude all on its own in stabilized mode. Now this time one of my friends was flying actually his plane alongside me. He has a Spectrum radio. I'm not sure if that had any effect. But also my other friend who was filming with my Sony camera was standing really close to me, and I really noticed that from time to time when he brings the camera in close to the radio, it would actually go into failsafe, and I'm gonna show you that just in a little bit. So here is this is the second flight, same perfect conditions, same perfect weather, and now you will be able to see how the camera is really close and it will switch to return to home mode. I think it's somewhere, but you can also see that we're around 3 kilometers there. Or maybe it's not. Yeah, now is the point where it will actually go into RTH. It will start banking to the right. There we go. Now I tried to switch out of it, but it just went into another RTO. And I told my friend to move away from me with the camera. Here it is. Stabilize mode, 3 kilometers out, you can see on the display, and then return to home switches on, and I told him to move off. I switched back into stabilize mode, made a 360 degrees turn, and kept pushing it forward. So next time around, he was standing further away from me and just zoomed in on the screen. You will also see that. But I have to tell you, I was absolutely shocked by the performance of this plane. This was unreal. Seriously. 3.3 3 kilometers. And I think because of the other radio that was working at the time and the camera being so close, at that point I sort of lost the telemetry. But I lost it at 3.2 kilometers and I flew a while, so I've reached 3.3 for sure. You can see the distance that I've covered here on the map, and yeah, you'll now see it. He was shooting until 3,150 meters, then he moved off for some reason. But yeah, 3.3 kilometers confirmed. And I turned the plane around. You can see it's not RT return to home that's engaged. Really, really stupendous performance from this plug-in fly toy that's, you know, supposedly only rated up to a kilometer video and radio. Now you can see me coming back. Distance is going down and I'm 400 meters high, which was pretty nice, but the weather was perfect and the video could have gone a lot longer. Seriously, I mean, this is an amazing plane, especially for the price. I cannot possibly recommend it more. I've had only good experience with it, and I think a lot of people will also have that. And we're coming in for the landing. There we go. And probably next time around, I will mount my 5 dB FR Sky antenna on the transmitter and see if I can push it even further. Of course, climbing as high as I can so I can actually make it back. There you go. I hope you enjoyed that. See you soon.